So in my last video, I talked about FilterKeys and what it actually does. If you didn't see that video, please go check it out. It's in the link in the description. But just in case you didn't watch it and do not want to watch it, I basically talked about FilterKeys and what it actually does, as people claimed that it gives you lower input delay. So I tested it for myself and it doesn't give you lower input delay. In the video, I basically discovered that all it does is change your repeat rate and not actually control your input delay. But in honor of that video, I am going to be showing you how you can actually lower your input delay in Fortnite, such as showing you my visual settings in the game and how to properly tweak your PC so you can actually get lower input delay. So yeah, short intro again, let's actually hop into the video. So starting off, I'm going to be showing you my in-game settings, basically my graphics and some other little settings that can help you get lower delay and just in general better performance. So starting off, going into my settings, we're going to be starting out in the video tab. I personally use windowed full screen, as I sometimes switch from stretched resolution to native. I don't know, it works out better for me. I mainly use 1920 by 1080, but sometimes I do just play on 1720 by 1080 or some other stretched res. I cap my FPS at 240 FPS. That is what my monitor's refresh rate is. Now what's absolutely essential is that you play on performance mode. So on the bottom right, you will see performance lower graphical fidelity. That is performance mode, and it will basically remove all of those like extra graphics like grass and stuff like that. Whilst being on DirectX 11 or 12, you will keep that grass and stuff, and we do not want that. These are my colorblind settings. These don't actually affect your performance at all, but they can help you see through storm and stuff whilst trying to beam a guy out of zone or something. My 3D resolution is 85%, and I keep all of these on all low. I do not play on high meshes, as I can't get used to it. I don't know how people do it. One important setting in here is report performance stats. If it is enabled, then please make sure to disable it, as it can actually take a toll on your FPS and input delay in a bad way, not in a good way. Moving on to audio, make sure that your sound quality is on low. I don't know why, but having this on high actually makes your input delay higher, whilst having it on low just makes your performance better. Then we're going to move on to the tab all the way to the right. It's the account and privacy tab. I'm going to blur out my Epic ID on the right. I just don't feel like getting hacked today, you know? So you want to make sure that your player surveys are disabled. There are also some settings that you can enable disable here, but they really don't affect much. And that's really all for the account and privacy tab. So yeah, I'm just gonna exit out. I'm gonna load into just a game and show you what FPS I get. So I am loaded into the game and I am keeping a pretty stable 240 FPS. So going into the free build tab, as you can see, this is pretty empty. Whilst looking up into the sky, I am getting a pretty consistent 240. I'm going to put my FPS on unlimited, and I am getting about 300 FPS. It would be higher usually, but I am recording right now, so my FPS will not really be the same. My input delay is also fairly low. I usually play on a stable 0 ping as well, as I literally am on the servers. But yeah, I'm not saying 20 ping is bad. It's actually absolutely normal. It's fine. So yeah, that is about that for in-game settings. Now let's move on to actually tweaking our PC. Okay, so for tweaking our PC, there isn't really a lot to do. Even if you have a low-end PC, most people will just throw tweaks at you and tweaks. And just at some point, installing too many tweaks can absolutely ruin your game performance instead of making it better. And here, we don't really want that. We want to squeeze as much FPS out of our PC as we can. And over-tweaking your PC will do the exact opposite. So we're just going to be installing some of the most basic tweaks. So the first thing that you want to do is go into a web browser of your liking. I'm going to go into Edge and you're going to search for CTT. Cool. Once you see the first link, you're going to click on it and copy this little thing, this little command. So just copy it, exit out of your browser, and you are going to right click on your start menu and open Windows PowerShell as admin. If you do not run it as admin, then it's not going to work. So here you're going to paste that little command line and press enter. Once you get this pop-up, then you're going to press on tweaks at the top. Over here, you're going to see recommended selections. You're going to press on standard, and you're going to see that it's going to enable all of these. So before actually pressing run tweaks, one thing that I usually like to disable is run disk cleanup, as it doesn't really do anything. And also press add and activate ultimate performance profile. So you are just going to press that, and even though it doesn't say anything, it actually did it. As you can see, it just said in the command line, ultimate performance plan is installed and set as active. So once it says that, you are safe to press run tweaks. Once you did that, you can bring this window to the top to see what it's doing. As you can see, it is automatically creating a restore point, as in case something goes wrong, you can just restore back to this state before you tweaked. Alright, now that it says tweaks are finished, you are safe to close out of here, and you're also safe to close out of your command prompt. And the next thing you are going to do is go to start, and you are going to type in system configuration. Then you are going to go to boot, advanced options, and make sure that your number of processors is set to how many cores your CPU has. In this case, I have no idea why it's set to 24. It should be at 12. Then you're going to press OK, and then you're going to go to services, and you're going to press hide all Microsoft services, and afterwards press disable all. You're going to press apply, and then OK. And then it's going to ask you to restart your PC, but I'm just going to press exit without restart as I'm recording a video. So yeah, that is pretty much all you need for tweaking. There is not much more to it. You do not need any of the other tweaking softwares or not total bullshit. And although they will make your FPS higher, they will most likely take a huge toll on your 1% lows, and that isn't really a good thing. So that is it for the video. Thank you guys a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.